Joe's in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Hi, Joe. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, how are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So my girlfriend and I, we own a duplex. We bought in 2020 in around October. And we were thinking about moving somewhere else. Currently, we live in the bottom half, and we were renting the top unit up until recently. Our last tenant just moved out. We kind of don't, I don't want to say we're over the landlord life, but we're not sure if we want to use the space for, we both work from home, so we're considering using it as like a home office, or renting it out, or just moving entirely and either renting out both units and taking that income towards whatever we decide to either rent or buy, or selling it completely and just moving away from it and buying something new. So
Ding, 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 ding. That's the one you're going to do, because you already decided that before you called me.
You're done, homie.
What's that? Sell it?
You're out. Yeah.
You're out. You're done. You everything in your language, your voice tone, everything said you were done. You're ready to move and have a fresh, new, clean thing, and you don't want renters anymore. It's all over you.
Often people call and we're trying to talk them out of their hysteria because what they're proposing with the real estate deal is insane. You're the exact opposite.
You've already settled on this. You just want someone to tell you you're not insane. You're not insane. I would sell the crap out of this thing.
And I mean, in 3 years, I think we paid $160 for it. We've done some renovations. We've improved the kitchen and the backyard and everything. So I think we could maybe make some money off of it. Probably sell it for $200 something.
Yeah, good.
But also the area that we're living in is kind of developing. They're doing a lot of updates to the roads.
Joe.
Yeah.
You're over it. You're over it. Don't talk yourself back into it. You're not going to talk me into it. You're over it.
Yeah.
This is how ulcers are formed. When reality's in front of you and you're like, yeah, but one time they're going to edge and they're going to put a curb in.
Let me tell you, man, I got in the real estate business. I was 18 years old, and this old man had this piece of property that was about 5 miles from the commercial area. It was a piece of farmland, and he wanted like $1 million for it, and it was worth $100,000. And he said, but it's someday it's going to be commercial. It's been 40 years.
Still not.
It just now turned commercial. He died a decade ago, but it just now turned commercial. I mean, so you can what if, ands, and buts and all that the rest of your life on real estate. It always moves at a different speed than we think it's going to, faster or slower. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. You're done with this situation, aren't you?
Right.
Aren't you?
Well,
emotionally, you're done with it.
Well, the one thing is just living underneath a tenant is what I'm done with.
You don't have to apologize.
It's okay.
We move and we rent both.
If you listen to the show, I tell people not to buy duplexes with a tenant next door. But if you're going to, you must understand the good news is your tenant is next door. You can find them. The bad news is your tenant is next door. They can find you.
Right.
And that's what you discovered, right?
Well, the one situation I wanted to ask is if we move out and we rent the bottom and the top and we're no longer there and we're using that income towards a rental or something. Is that not worth it? Not worth the headache?
Joe, rental property is fine, but Joe doesn't like renters.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean,
Joe, I'm not talking about everybody else, and I'm not talking about the concept of investment real estate. I'm talking about you. You're done.
Yeah.
You don't want this anymore. Someday later, you may want to be a landlord again, but right now, you've had your trip on the crazy train, and you're tired of the crazy train.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Take a break from crazy. Go get you a house. And by the way, don't buy a house with somebody you're not married to again.
Okay. Well,
you're gonna get bit. You're gonna get bit. If you're gonna buy a house with her, put a ring on it, buddy, because you're gonna get yourself in a mess legally. Because you can't break up with a house. You can break up with a girl. But the house, both of you own together, and you don't have the benefit of divorce court for the judge to tell you what to do because you are not in a marriage. You are in a partnership without any partnership documents. And so if she just decides to run off tomorrow to wherever, Timbuktu, and you can't find her, oh, well, you own a house and you can't sell it because you be stuck. I know she's not going to go crazy, but those tenants were going to be easy to work with. That was passive income. And so things don't always turn out exactly like we think they're going to. Please, for God's sakes, don't buy another house with somebody you're not married to. People, stop doing that. We see people in our dadgum counseling offices every week, financial disasters, getting foreclosed on. They should be able to sell the house. There's plenty of equity, but we can't find said X who spun out and took off and wasn't married to.
And we would not have jobs if it didn't happen to you.
Yep.
It can always happen to you.
That's what makes us so relevant.